Hello, hello. Greetings. I'm talking in chat, babe. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Alchemy. Today, we are going to be struggle busing through watching while driving, sending my regards. Yo, what's up, Jack? Be safe. Yeah, be careful. What's good? How are you guys? I do love this scene as the repeating intro. Yeah, it's just my favorite. My only request is that you make my subwoofer dance. Yeah, we can do that. But before I do that, everyone else is going to do that first. We're going to get through our quick play spells and go through the thing. Happy Friday. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Normally I don't stream this late on Friday because I have to go to the gym to work with my little youngster. He is doing very well. He learned his touchdown raise cork and doing lots of cool flips, but he's sick today. So just doing a little sound design in Vital. Right on. I'm probably going to be doing some phase plant stuff today. I don't necessarily have a plan. I've just been trying to get over my self. Need a ladder so I can get over it. But it's been a struggle the past couple of weeks, and we're going to see if we can break that trend today. So yeah, we're going to jump through the phase plant, or sorry, the everyday quick play spells. It's daily 15-second or less submissions. Let me leave a link to the Discord, and you can hop on that. If I don't get it this stream, I'll get it at the beginning of next stream. And I typed in Discrid. Yeah, there's a new service coming out called Discrig. Yo, ISO. But yeah, it's really cool. You guys can do that. Also, if you get the chance and you see something cool, then do me a favor and clip it. There's a thing that I'll post a link to here in just a second, and we've got a 25% sale going on right now at alchemy.com. I just put out a brand new drum pack. It's really good. You're probably going to hear some of it today. There's also a 10% code that is probably indefinite called FuckSuno that you can use in checkout. So with that, I did my advertisements. Let's go ahead and play some music, and then we're going to make some music. Wait, we're here. Sorry. This is like a opening stage of Mega Man. I can't help but want a heavier kick, personally, but it's cool. I mean, it's okay. I think one of the major things with this is that, and this is something I struggled with forever, but it doesn't really have a lot of high end, and so it just sounds like low end rumble, but it's not lo-fi. And so something that you can do is like put a crash on the kick, like in order to make that part really impactful. Whenever you just match a kick and a downbeat bass, a lot of times you need to try to create a wall of sound with it, and it helps a lot to have noise, some kind of ring mod thing, whatever, to really like, you know what I mean, get that first impact to slam. The other thing that I have with this is that the hats aren't grooving the way that you want them to. Like push the hats later, because it should be. And I know this because I know that's what you're going for, but right now it's not pushed enough. It's just boom, tipo, pop, and it doesn't really, you know what I mean? I don't really resonate with it as hard as I want it to, but that's just my personal opinion. Something clicked in my head. I just got to follow the flow. So with this one, I would say layer the downbeat bass as well, because if you listen to it, like it's a really cool acid sound, but it needs something to really push into that first hit. And I'll show you guys here when I start making beats in just a second, but you really need to have character with that and make it stand out, because it's not strong enough to stand out on its own. Like that part. Yeah, so like it's weird that you have the emphasis on the 2, but I would put it on the 1, and then you can actually change that into something else. But I would use whatever sound you layer that with on the beginning of the main section. Old school metalhead that got into D&B. I mean, we make lots of D&B sounds here. So for this one, like I would like some space in it, because the pad itself even almost feels like there's no ADSR on it. It feels like it's just sustain and then like release. I would have maybe like a loud point and then let it dip down or fade out over time. So that way, like when the drums come back in, it'll help bring some of the energy. But right now it just feels like it's just kind of existing. And it could be because there's no side chaining, but and you don't always have to do that, but for this kind of track, I feel like you should. It's nice. I don't have much to say on it, but it's cool. So the groove of this is really good, but I would, yeah, the groove of this is really good, but I would still cut it. So like, and then like maybe on the second one you can like let it tail out, but really playing with how you phrase. And that's something that I'm trying to get better at as well, is like not just leaving the instrument and playing the keys, but like doing stuff with the instrument. Sometimes making it have reverb tails, sometimes making it really short, sometimes filtering, sometimes doing other stuff. Pick like 2 things to automate and try to focus on bringing that to come alive, because the more that you put into that relationship, the more that it's going to groove harder. Yeah, I agree. Hey, I agree with the downbeat crash, like you know, or like a flutter or something like that. But you're definitely on the right track. I would say just keep going. If anything, though, I wouldn't just keep writing like little short beats like this. I would actually try to like stick with one idea and finish the track, and then go back and be like, and it doesn't need to be long, but like, you know, a minute, minute and a half, and have something that has a little bit more context to listen to. And then you can go back, and instead of like just being like, all right, well, I'm gonna do it on the next one, go back and finish it and sculpt it, you know, because I know you write a lot of music. I don't think that you need practice in making new beats every time. Cool. So those are the quick play spells. If I didn't catch this one and you submit later today, then we'll catch it on the next stream, which will be tomorrow. But yeah, let's hop in and get to work. Does anybody have any requests for what you would like to see or anything like that before I... How to make trap? You see me make trap. You're trying to trap me? I'm not going to repeat that. Yeah, so... And then we'll do this. Then we'll do this. Then we'll do this. What are the elements you believe are most important in establishing a strong energy in a track? Define energy, because that's not a universal term. Sorry, let me move this over here so I can actually hold the mic. I probably should move... I should move the camera into a different spot, but the problem is that I don't want it facing the door. Dubstep seems so difficult to make. It's not my flavor of music, but the skill it takes seems daunting. Yo. Hype. Yeah, I think that the hardest part is phrasing, and I think that's with any bass music, to be honest. It's making it convincing, right? I do want this to bite just a little bit more, so I'm gonna go into multipass here. I'm gonna see if I can give this just a little bit more high-end energy. But yeah, the problem is, at least in my experience, has been trying to make it actually like feel like it belongs. And the key to it, in my opinion, is one, making sure that all of your bass sounds are the same, are like relatively same dynamics. And two, it's a lot of times how you start. So let's say I have like, I don't know, let me find some basses. Alright, that's kind of cool. I think The other thing as well is too much variation. Okay. So, if you don't start with the drums, and I think that's another huge mistake that people make, is they'll go like, and they'll try to make something go with that. But what I would do instead is come up with a phrase, and something needs to be like your main driver, like your main downbeat. So like and this is going to be a different timing, but just this works with any bass genre. I am going to set this to raw. So pick one bar and make a phrase out of this. So we have the downbeat. So right. So we can be like, let me pitch this up. So if we go into the pitch bending here, maybe transpose like this. Okay. Okay, I'm just laying this out for now. And then I'll give this some groove. But this should give you an idea about how to make this work. So once you have something like this, then find a fill. Now, the next thing to this is to pitch it in a way that's going to make sense. Now, one thing that I would probably do with this is actually try to make it like atonal. So I would do something like this where I would use a filter. Just here. Maybe a comb filter. What up, gang? We on the right track now with the daily spells? Yeah, it's very subjective. The beat obviously drives much of the track forward, something I still struggle with. No, I would say, like, don't worry about the beat. Like, focus on your phrasing. Focus on your phrasing, because once you have a concept of this, so now within this, I want this to be a lot more short. So I want it to be like thump, 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 thump. Maybe like, I'm just making an example right now. Okay, let's add like some ring mod. Then we'll do some time shift. Push that late, like really late. And then I'll add a fuse compressor, and then we'll add, my Corey is sick and she sounds terrible. Let's add this. Cool. So now if we listen to this whole thing, then you start to hear like a phrase that's coming up with this, you know what I mean? And then once you have a call and response, so this one will be empty, and then this one will be open. We can do a little thing right here. You can start to elaborate with little things on the in between. So you can be like, find little gems of negative space, like right here. Probably use a contrasting sound, so maybe not the same bass. So maybe just like a little. So now when you start thinking about contextualizing this, there's a very specific kind of snare I'm looking for. Yeah. When you do something like this, and you start just using this with like one sound, you know what I mean? Then maybe like on this one we can do something different with this, so we can try like a different moment or whatever, or pitch this up. So now if you have something that provides like the rest of the groove, which I would say like even go for hats or something, you know, then you can start to sketch everything else out. But does that kind of make sense on how how all that stuff works? And one thing too is like, don't neglect adding in a dedicated sub. Wait, we already have a sub right there. So, you know, you can put little spots in here like, see, and so it all starts to fit together. I have videos on how to lay down bass lanes and stuff, but I mean that's really how it's done. If you suck at bass lines, start your track with bass lines. That's the biggest thing that I can tell you. And if you suck at making basses, then make bass lines with subs. I honestly just caught the last minute of this, and even that much is super insightful as to how to develop this sort of arrangement. Well, like even beyond, and I'm gonna tell you a bunch of stuff, and like I said, the video title of this is this for a reason, because on paper I understand it all, but sometimes I just get in my own head of stuff. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Okay. Um, that being said, audiating is the fucking holy grail of this, because if you can beatbox something, um, then it helps you materialize maybe not 100% of the track, but so much more. So instead of me just being like, I mean, and how many of you guys do this? You know, let's say you take a mud pie, which I don't even think that you should like. I think mud pies did more damage to YouTube than anything else, and I'm a perpetrator of that. But like, hold on, let me find like some long bass cuts. This is like one of the biggest mistakes you could possibly make. Okay. So like let's say you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay. How many of you guys have done this in the past where you start trying to lay something down? Don't do this. Don't just fucking don't. What I would do instead is have two elements. Have a sub. Okay, dude, thanks for coming in. Have a sub, and then you can do something like this. But rather than hold it and try to fish for it in audio, I would do it in a sampler. And the reason why is because not only with the sampler can you change the pitch of everything a lot faster, but you can also use automation to scrub through the starting point. Hey, E-Fly, what's up? Whoa, hot take. Beatbox Indian sample. I don't know, man. I don't think it's a hot take at all. I think that it's because what ends up happening is you go for too much variation, and you try to leave it with something that like has way too many sounds in it, as opposed to hunkering down and finding like one specific kind of phrase that solidifies the idea. Like dance music and bass music in particular, for the most part, there are exceptions. It needs to be stupid. Like it needs to be dumbed down. And so if you are constantly throwing different variation or whatever into the fray and trying to do whatever, like it's not going to sound cohesive. But if you have something that is a very concise and a very, yeah, I would say just a very concise phrase of, I'm saying this, it's very easy for somebody to figure out what's going on and to latch onto. And then once you have an established idea, you can go back and make little subtle changes to it. But if you start with the variation, a lot of times it ends up falling apart. So, I mean, you could disagree if you want to, but I mean, for as long as I've been doing this, I think that this is the better way to go. Because you can use this to lay down a bass line that has the pattern and the rhythm. And then you can use little subtle things to change the variation of it at a much faster pace, as opposed to trying to do this and fish through the cuts. But again, that's just my opinion. So I did say take it with a grain of salt, but I don't think that it's a hot take. I think that it's a really underrated thing. And I think that, like I said, like mud pies and stuff, and the way that the information itself is really good for sound design, but there was this huge gap in context of what to do with it. Can you automate the sample start in sync with time? I mean, if I put 4-bar look, can I get the start mod to be at 4/16? Yeah. So the thing about the sampler is that it triggers it triggers on a note. And so if you have an LFO, you would either set it to just sync or you would set it to note and hold it, and then you would be able to control where you want it to be. But I personally would just automate it. So like if you look at what was the last track that I did like that? Yeah, and I mean like there's some outliers. I'm pretty sure that the last like super heavy bass track that I did, which was, I'm trying to think. Um oh my god, Identity Crisis. That one had a little bit of both. Like it had some samples, it had some stuff that was just that was in MIDI. But if you look back all the way to track 3, which is Your Virulence, then this is a really good example about how I made this work. There it was. Where did you go? May 19th, 10:19. Okay. From putting long bass. I mean, yeah, and like I got that idea from Chi, um, through his master class or whatever. But for me, sometimes I will use samples, and I think that it's important to do that. But a lot of times I just bounce out basses, like bass phrases that are shorter, because I don't have to go and like scroll through stuff. And the other thing with Mud Pies is like the longer you do it, the more you become desensitized to the sound, and you're not interested in it anymore. So, yeah, I'm personally not an advocate for Mud Pies. But if you look at this, this is just a sampler. Idea. This track is done. This track is printed, and there's lots of different snares in here. But I mean, if you look at what's happening all at once, there's not that many things. There's probably like there's a lot of gaps here, so there's probably 10 tracks playing at once, at the most. But the thing is that there is there's sub basses in here and the in betweens, and that's really something that I think a lot of people overlook is they're just focusing on the mid sounds, but having a relationship between a sub and hey Windsor, but having a relationship between the sub and the bigger sounds is really how you start to create a dynamic push and pull, because you need something that establishes the fundamental, right? And that usually happens on the one. It doesn't have to happen on the one, but that really helps out with that kind of stuff. Yeah, but for the most part, like this was just me just moving this through. And if we look at Identity Crisis, it's kind of a similar deal. Excuse me. I just saw it. Wait. Icebreaker. Where is this? Here we go. What are we talking about? We're talking about how to throw together bass lines. So with this one, I think that this is actually, yeah, this is mostly just MIDI. Yeah. So this is just MIDI, and on this one, I'm doing automation with certain stuff, but most of the sounds through this are just a big ass like heavy sub, and then I'll have like little hits and bits like this. Wait, like this. So yeah, this one is. This is just MIDI. So, yeah, I don't know if um, OmniLab is still here or not. Sorry, I had to remember who asked. But for the most part, it's like having very intentional sounds, and then like doing cool stuff with fills or whatever. But if you listen to the basses and all of that other stuff, they're all relatively the same level. There's not a lot of dynamics when that stuff is being phrased. They're all kind of like evened out, and it makes it a lot easier to blend. But in my opinion, if you can get the bass stuff to talk with itself before you add the drums, it makes it a lot easier to implement within the rest of the stuff. Now, I'm not saying that like you need to do that every track, but if that's what you're trying to cultivate, I think that it's very helpful in order to do so. You know, if like that's your weakness and you can't come up with bass lines and stuff, then sometimes like not even worrying about the drums and just doing that is super helpful. So does that kind of make sense with how all this stuff works? At least how it's supposed to work. Cool. Yeah, and I mean, with me now that we've listened to some of my better stuff, we're gonna make some hot trash. But yeah, it's just one of those things that that's not what I want. It's just one of those things that with enough practice and like I said, really beatboxing stuff out, audiating, singing out the vocalizing, the phrasing and stuff. I do tend to do drums last, so usually I have to go back and change stuff after I get the drums down. Yeah, and that's fine, but it's I mean, dubstep is pretty straightforward with with what needs to happen and where, because for the most part, not always, but it's relatively quantized. You know what I mean? And so if you can come up with a rhythm that is supposed to be that. Like, let's say you're doing like regular, uh, like wub type shit, right? Then you need to come up with a phrase over 2 bars that you could implement, and then you can find the discovery stuff later. So, like, let's say I wanted to do like boom 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 with the boom 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 with the boom boom boom. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is that you don't even actually have to do like heavy sound design for it at the beginning. So let me see. Like, let me just make something extremely basic. Dude, no, phase plant. I'm glad that you all have suggestions and questions today, because not gonna lie, like I really want to make music, but my brain is being like, fuck you. So I'd much rather like just dwell in concepts and like try to be helpful, since I can't be helpful to myself at the moment. Okay, so let's say we've got something like this, right? I'm gonna set this to off. Oops. Set this to a multi-pass, and then we'll just do some OTT and saturation over it again. This is just going to help control it. Okay, but what I will do is I'm going to set this here so that way it's not going to be so abrasive. Okay, so we've got this going on, right? So we just need a 1, 2, 3. Then we just start with this. So we've got a phrase now, right? So so I wanted that like, you know what I mean, part. And so all I have to do now is take this and put it right here. And we'll play a higher octave. And we'll set this to 132. Set that to repeat. Probably just put that right there. So now that we have this, we can start to replace this with other different kinds of sounds. So we can do things like this, where we just maybe push this, kind of like so. And we can actually use all of this. Okay, what the fuck? Fade it in from like here, and then cut it off. Okay, that sounds not so great, but maybe we can try there. And then if you have like something with a lot of reverb over it. Then it starts to dance. You know what I mean? You can even do something like Life, which I'm not going to continue on this project, but just to give you an example. Yeah, all that stuff works. Sorry, the nice thing about Ableton is everything works. Audio routing, MIDI controller, VST features, they all just work with no troubleshooting. I mean, that's how Bitwig is too, but the new chord track update yesterday has been super fun to play with. I just find I open Ableton first. Being able to extremely odd processing chains in Bitwig to bring my Ryzen CPU to his knees is what I live for. That's also valid. I do like Bitwig and Ableton are like 90% the same. Oh, we get into a chat about creators that use different DAWs from ourselves. Yeah, that's fine. I was just catching up. So, I mean, yeah. And you can do something fun like this. Maybe right here we can do like a slow one, you know? Is this a double? We can even move this over a bit. Give it a different timbre. Third-party VST to screen share FL Studio. Are you serious? So like once you have that, you just do variations off of it, you know. But this is the same thing, just on its most basic form. See, like this would actually be really nice to add some life into this, because you could do something like this where um set this to raw. Bruh. There we go. You get what I'm saying though, but like it's the same shit. So cool. Hopefully that was helpful. Um there are, but I think it'll never be as live as the comment section on YouTube or a live stream. I don't know, man. I think Discord was one of the best things to happen to music production. I mean, I don't think that necessarily my Discord is, but I do think that I don't know, it's weird. It's like it's usually quiet 90% of the time, but every once in a while it will just like go. No, my Discord is not active at all. It's super like quiet most of the time, but every once in a while like we'll have a conversation and it'll go off, but I don't really mind it, you know? Hmm. Okay. Let me develop this a little bit more. Okay. What do you mean by streaming music subscription? Oh shit, we got a lot of people here. What's up? I have YouTube Music because I came free with premium. I mean, I have a label release that has my music up on Spotify and stuff, but other than that I don't. Which stay tuned for February. Stay tuned for February. Depending on your survey, it might be very biased sample, but I have a Spotify subscription. I will stay tuned for your music, my man. Thank you. I'm just gonna make it. Fuck it. It's nothing is more boring than searching for samples. Let them flood with AI. Boycott all streaming services. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like it's it's hard and I get it because people, you know what I mean? Like it's such a convenience for people. But the problem is like back in the day you used to have to go to record stores, you used to have to listen to the radio, you have to, you know what I mean, go places in order to find stuff, and now like streaming services just throw that shit in your face. Yeah, they throw all that shit in your face. They just fucking yeet more than a pissed off chimpanzee. This tells me that my fundamental is too long. There we go. I started to torrent all my movies and TV shows now. Streaming services are a joke. That's a good analogy, actually. If I can get my hands on a vinyl, I'd be happy. I won one from a label in Germany recently. Shenanigans. Yeah. There we go. Let's use the glue. So yeah, dude, what I'm saying is what are you saying and why are we saying things about saying things? Have a huge library of offline music. Yeah, no, I agree though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Playboy. Cool. So it sounds good, but it's a little dry. So we'll fix that. Normally this would be the part where I advertise my drum course for Bitwig. But the problem is that I don't have that available to buy anymore. It's only on the YouTube memberships. But I do have drum course for Serum 2. That's a thing. You ain't gonna find Metroid Prime OST on Spotify. Well, that's not true. I mean, maybe not Metroid, but I mean, you have A lot of Sonic stuff is on there, and some other gaming things. But for the most part, you have to use the Nintendo whatever to uh, actually, yeah, this would be perfect. You have to use the Nintendo Music app, or you know, go to Silva Gunna and find it there on YouTube. That actually sounds pretty good. We just need to take out the low end of that. I downloaded all his music from SoulSeek. Ben Jordan put all his music on torrent sites with a document thanking people for listening. Well, I saw Ben Jordan 2 weeks ago. I went to go hang out with him and Cameron, and I can tell you that the stuff that they're focused on is in a completely different place right now. Like their headspace with what they're doing is like completely different of like, how do I say, they're still doing music, but they're not doing music like with the intention that people like you and I are. You know what I mean? Like they're not trying to like get releases and get on labels and whatever. Like they're doing their own personal projects and their own stuff that has way more funding and way more money in it. Um he's doing I mean, the last time, I don't know if he put the video up yet, but when I saw them, Cameron was doing a video on, wait, shit, I can't say that. Uh they were doing these like very documentary-esque projects. I almost fucking threw their projects away. Sorry. Um yeah, no, I didn't. But yeah, they were doing a bunch of stuff that was like still in the music space, but also in a very different like it wasn't something that a normal music producer would normally look at, but it's something that everybody should watch because it impacts everyone. And so like their scale of what they're doing with their musical projects have gone beyond. And something that I talked to Cam about, I was like, you guys found a way to put the craft back into music to where like you're still using music as a catalyst or like as the theme, but you're doing your own little interesting projects that, you know what I mean, that is way beyond, all right guys, we're going to make a beat today. Oh, we're going to, you know what I mean? The Flock Cam video was mind blowing. Oh yeah, then that's what that was about. Was the Flock Cam stuff. Actually, wait, no, he was doing another project as well that had to do with some other shit, but yeah, that was part of it. Um but you get what I mean? It's like they're in a completely different space, and so I don't think that necessarily Ben Jordan is definitely an aspiration to look up to as far as what he's accomplished, but he's not even really about the music anymore. He's like he's off to on and better things. Yeah, he pretty much is. That dude is a scientist. Okay, how loud is this now? That's about right. That's the path of frequency study. I mean, it's one way to go about it. I mean, like a lot of this stuff, especially with sound design or whatever, is science, but it's if you get too far into it, too far into the science, like it begins to affect your music for sure. You if you like for me, like as much as I love sound design and as much as I love doing stuff like this or whatever, it's always been about the music for me. If it doesn't serve the purpose of helping me create something, interesting or whatever, then I'm kind of like, oh, well, okay. So I was off topic, but have you heard of binaural beats? It's a psychoacoustic thing. Yes, I have. A lot of people have been talking to me about it in chat. Okay, so I want this relationship to be like boom 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 boom. So maybe if I can push this a little bit late and make them collide, then I'll find the groove that I'm looking for. That MPC XL is nuts. Bro, for like $3,000 though, like you could buy an insane Mac for that. Couldn't figure out how to create the exact frequency. Wait, I started adding. Wait, I couldn't figure out how to create the exact frequencies. Huh? Wait, what? Exact frequencies of what? Sorry, I, I got really confused just now. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Do, 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 do. Use a serum patch and a pen and pan a sine wave left and right, and then detune the right side the amount of sense I want to create the type of binaural beat. Yeah, it's just like binaural beats have been a thing for decades now. Like I used to listen to that shit to go to sleep. Like, have you all ever heard of they used to have these videos online where people would have like these insane reactions, which I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't really looked that far into it, but when I was a lot younger, I was like, what the fuck? But there is this thing called like Gates of Hell or some shit like that. And it's a panning thing, but it's basically just a sine wave operating at a certain frequency, you know? How would you make a 78 point you would just type it in, or you would detune it into you would detune it in such a way that would create it, right? So there's a little bit of math involved, but you wouldn't play it on a piano or on a keyboard. You would just go into a sine wave here, and what's it called? You would go into a slice EQ and pick the frequency range that you want, like this, and be like, okay, I want this to be, 76.3, whatever. And then you would just start to detune this until you get about the middle. And then you would play the next pitch, right? And then just detune that. Depending on how fast you want it to go. But Or maybe what you would do is the same thing, and then you'd figure out you would just go one semitone higher, like this, and set that to 1. And then, there you go. And then this goes pan left. This one would go pan right. If I listen to my headphones upside down. Yeah. Craziest phase cancellation on if you play two independent sine waves in each other at slightly different frequencies. But I mean, yeah, like that's not a super difficult thing to do. Hey tech. I used to sleep on this too. I was trying to make like rim shots with like big distortion. It sounded like garbage compared to yours. I mean, I've been designing drums for close to 15 years now, so and I would say like it wasn't until I was on year 12 that I started figuring it out. It takes time, man. Does mean it happens in the mid and naturally in the air when both speakers. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Um, let's add some convolution to this. Just gonna find a random sound. How do you join the Discord? Discord. How's your channel going, by the way? Also, yeah, sorry I didn't plug you, but everyone go follow OmniLab. They also do sound design stuff. Very different stuff, but that's a good thing. We'll go check them out. Say what up. Have fun with them. Cool people. So I'm going to do a little cheat code here. Just to make it a little louder. There we go. There's a fine balance with clipping and distortion where you're trying to push it a little bit further, a little bit more each time without the sound completely breaking apart. And if you can do that, then you can make some really fucking loud kicks. What happened in my chat? Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of want it to be like a break, like. And then we're going to make this a little bit more. Oops. A little bit more early. Maybe this will be on point. Should have. I'm going to duplicate this. Just saw Databraw's video on decal the other day. Yeah, I saw that as well. It looked okay. What's the struggles today? Fucking everything. Just trying to make anything and everything. Anything, something interesting. Okay, so I need to tune this because it's in a completely different key. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh yeah, it's in key. I'm stupid. So we can just start with something like this. I have a video on rubato. That's the actual name of it. One of these days, I'm going to make a country song just to say I did. We can make a country song right now. Are you ready? Oh, I love God. I love drinking beer. Love my tequila crystal clear. Gotta go to the jump. Feel on a rump. Pork butt and taters. That's my stuff. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Sparks in the hair like the 4th of July. Beat my kids when they try to get high. God. Can I make a Schlager song or Pimba? I think I saw it. Banger. Yeah. Got NASCAR and football. Hey, 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 hey. There's got to be room for the album for the other topics, okay? I can't talk about everything all in one song. We don't vote in our neighborhood. Oh yeah, this ain't the type of place for that. Wait, what? Sorry, what? Yeah. Make the kick even shorter. So I'm going to lower the volume of this noise by just a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. I never liked country, to be honest, so I couldn't really speak on it. Can't fucking stand it. Actually. I know, right? Need to back off with the convolver here. It's pretty dope. So yeah, when we're talking about like bass lines and stuff, you know, just doing a little fill. Doing a little fill. I still want these hats to be louder.
Chipset in the building.
Boop, 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 boop. Can't fucking sing that. What? Guess I missed. Some kind of like break or something over this. We'll. Aw, shit. We got a bot in Twitch. Let me do something about this very quickly. It's really cool because, like, I don't know if you all have seen this or not, but I have chat on both through OBS. I found this plugin called Multistream, and it allows me to have some of the functionality, not all, but on both platforms, which is pretty dope. Which I'm guessing most of you prefer YouTube, but I don't know. Is there anybody that prefers Twitch for any reason? I got one person that always comes and hangs out on Twitch, so there's that, but okay, I need to do something with Stream Boo. I like Stream Boo better. Tell me more. Let's try that. Yeah, that's one thing about YouTube. I don't know if you all noticed or not, but I don't run ads on YouTube. I run them on my videos, but not on streams. Yeah. Yeah, I need something like that. Like maybe we can see if I can do some sound design vocals in here. You guys ready for my Playboy Cardi vocals? Wait, I think I have some. And tracking through videos isn't as smooth as accurate when you miss something because of backing up. That's a really good point. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I wasn't really sure. Like, I mean, I streamed to both, and I like doing that, and I probably will try to do that for the foreseeable future. But yeah, and pretty soon, I'm trying to get my stream key unlocked for TikTok. But what? Huh? You talking bad about me over there? You talking shit? Sorry, honey, I was kidding. She's not in the mood. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to also uh, get my stream key for TikTok. I can stream on TikTok, but I can only stream through their app right now, which I suppose I could run. I could probably run both at the same time, but I would rather not have to look at 50 million chat windows. The first music I ever had on an MP3 player on repeat was some orchestral in the Orange Box. Half-Life 2 OST. Portal's 4,000 Degrees was fantastic, if short, electronic track. I think one of the first things that I left on repeat that I can remember was, well, actually, shit, what I used to do was just fucking put Donkey Kong Country 2 on and fall asleep to Sticker Bush Symphony. And some of the other tracks on there are like Sonic. But when I actually started having control over getting access to my own music, um, yeah, I remember. I don't know. My brother's first tape ever was "Old Dirty Bastard." Well, that's not true. But before that, my mom used to. She was like always in the music and the club scene and stuff, but she would bring home mixes from her DJs and stuff that we would get tapes for. And we had the little castle player. Have you guys remember that? For anybody that's over 30, it would be a projector, but it had the tape in it where they used to do like story reels and stuff. Well, we fucking said fuck that, and we would just play the thing through the tape and fall asleep to that. That goes as far back as like me being like 4. I remember being on my bunk bed and like looking at the light projector and listening to fucking house music and stuff. Um, yeah, wow. I think the first tape that I could remember from me was the Beastie Boys with I can't remember what the name of the album was, but it was the one with Intergalactic. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. So yeah, that shit's like, man, I'm rooted. Like my entry to music was very vast from the beginning. My pops was always into like rock stuff, like Alice in Chains and all of that, and I never really dug that kind of stuff, but it's okay. But now my brother and I have this revolving joke from that Alice in Chains song, "Here Comes the Rooster." Whenever we're making chicken, we're like, "Ah, here comes the poultry, yeah." It's pretty funny. Um, and then we also have another one for "Man in the Box." I'm in that box. This is what we say. But yeah, man, old old stuff. Intergalactic is a fantastic one. Yeah, I remember having a tape of Gustav Holst, The Planets, when I was young. I don't know what that is, to be honest. But yeah, man, you guys just unlocked a core memory for me that I hadn't thought about in a long time. I have memories from when I was like 3. I'm probably gonna change the bass sound because I want it to be like a more of like a Morphe type thing. But it's a nice little placeholder. No, the other thing with this that I want to try to control is find a balance between this because I want it to be a little bit more. Planets is John Williams. Go for stealing beams. Huh? Hmm. Let's find some other stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is more of what I'm looking for. Sick. Should have a KS2 wavetable K2. Let's see what this one is. Make this stuff a little bit faster. And also, do I have this set to retrigger? I don't, but I do now. Alright, I could already tell that I'm just going to want to. Doing things on big wheels. Giving you guys all the secrets over here. Dude, what the fuck? Ah, fucking faceplant's on its bullshit again. Hey, what's up, bro? Just gonna be lazy with it for this one. Yikes. Okay, maybe I won't be lazy with it. So, any plans for the weekend, everyone? Y'all got any plans for the weekend? Okay, I'm gonna be semi-lazy with this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Staying inside and feeding the fireplace. It's super cold outside, and there's over a foot of snow in the ground in upstate New York. Yo, oh no. That's a good plan. Cool. So, let me listen to this. Okay. It's supposed to be 4 degrees tonight. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. It is 69 in Vegas. But we also get really fucking hot, so snowed a week ago and hasn't gotten close to melting yet. It was -7 when I left for work this morning. Damn. I'm gonna go play Riftbound tonight. really think that this needs any more high end, to be honest. It's already pretty crunchy. Riftbound is actually, yeah, I will. I'll turn this back up. I'll do this. Riftbound is the League of Legends card game. I don't play League of Legends, but the card game is fun as fuck. It's really cool. Yeah, Corey and I are really into it, and it's pretty enjoyable. Okay, I'm gonna have to distort the high end on its own because if I cook this anymore, actually, what I could probably do is just turn the gain down. And honestly, like when you do stuff this way, like this is the hardest part about balancing the sound is or sorry, that is the hardest part of making this sound good is balancing this. Because we want it to be full frequency, but we don't want any parts of this to be like absolutely insane. Ow. Sorry. Yeah, because if we cook that into this, that might be okay. Yeah, that sounds a little bit better to me. I'm going to throw another one of these right here, though, because I want this to cut into the sound. But I'm going to use a different LFO. Every time I do this, like I always do it a little bit different, but it's very interesting to see like how even though it's the same process, like it's most of the time it comes out shit, but even still, just the experimentation and like the tiny minute details are very interesting. It might even be worth doing like a low pass filter or something, just to make it do other stuff. Because like I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's got a lot of really cool like movement pieces to it now. And um taking that movement within the sound is really important because if it's just a block of like if it's just a wall of like solid cheese, then it usually tends to sound pretty shitty. But um now what we can do is go into this and try to come up with like a low high. If they go low, I don't go high. I go even lower. Have you guys seen that guy? He's like on some commission or something, and he's just like old as fuck talking shit to all of these committee people. It's pretty funny. Yo, CS Greek, thanks for coming in. Unfortunately, this is like the meticulous part of this, is trying to Unfortunately, whenever I listen to this, I'm not really getting any of that. Ah, there it is. Unfortunately, it's super phasey, but there might still be something that we can do about it. It's a little too phasey for me. So let's make it even more phasey. That's pretty cool. Fuck. You usually give it its own space. Like if you have everything going on at the same time and you're making this competition between all these sounds, it's not really going to work. But you know, if this sound is on its own and you do like a little phrase or whatever, like you know, and it's like sounds cool or whatever. Like right now, it does not sound cool, but I'm working on it. Then you don't really have to mix it because it's standing alone on its by itself. Yo, what's up, Lois? More like a hot sample pie of shit. Oh, so this is going through fuse compressor already as well. Maybe that's why it was so phasey. Well, that makes a lot more sense now. Might actually work. Just some stuff like that to throw in over the whole shebang could be kind of interesting. Wait, what? This needs just a little bit of high end to it. Something right there, like a whoa or something. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty sick. What? Huh? What? Is this a bug? I am on beta 13. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Are you in from today or wait, what? Do what now? Inform? Am I in form? What does that mean? Sorry. This thing is just funny. I need to put it somewhere else though. Like, am I locked in? Not really. I'm hanging on by a thread. Wait, what? Nate, are you still here? Help me out here. Is this? Well, I suppose I could just do this. Let me see what that's hitting at. I guess they both work, because if that's at A sharp on the fundamental and the bass is at yeah, I think it's okay. I don't know. Does it seem out of key? Now I'm second guessing. Yeah, I need my Cardi Playboy Cardi vocals. Let's have some fun. Yeah. Yeah. People don't turn up a tubber. Say that word to your brother. Yeah. I know bad man in the tone. I know bad man in the country. Check. 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 Check, please. Boop. This is a lot more embarrassing to do when Corey's here. I don't know why, but. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just pretend like none of you all heard that, okay? Booyaka. That's one I have not heard in a while. He said booyaka. Skibby doop doop doop. And a boom boom pow. We're gonna compress the fuck out of this. Holy attack. Respec. I'm gonna do an OTT over this. A gate. Yeah. Yeah. People don't turn up a tubber. Okay. I'm gonna go random now. Sync, maybe like 8, 2, 3. And now we can just have fun with doing some cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah. People don't turn up a tubber. What's his brother? Oh man. Check.
Yeah.
Terrible trouble. In the tone.
Yeah. I know a bad man in the town. I know a bad man in the country. You all have seen that, right? You know what I'm referencing? You better. One thing with this is I don't need this. Yeah, the oxtail guy.
Yeah.
I need something that can help. I guess there is the reverser, but we could always use time on this. Beam. Beam. This might actually be a better vocal processor than Snap Heap, to be honest, but that's all good.
Yeah.
Terrible trouble. Check.
That check was actually pretty nice.
Check. Check. Check.
No bad man in a town. God damn it! Now it's stuck in my head. Check. Man, I was so offended. Like, I sent a song into Copycat Stream not too long ago, and he was reviewing it, and he was jamming out. No problems there. But someone in the chat, the only thing that they had to say was, "Where did you get that check sample? I need that." And I was like, "Dog, come on." Yeah, nice. Okay. Where's my thing? Hold on. Let me see if I can make this more realistic. Shit, you want to talk about real sound designer? Fuck. Could someone clip that for me? Thank you. Yeah, I really like this groove. This is definitely a keeper for something to finish. So I probably won't start a new track until I can figure out what I want to do with this. But I'm glad that I made some progress, even though it's been hella slow.
Check.
I made the clip, so should it automatically be in your account? No, you'll have to post it to the Discord and clip me. Thank you, by the way. Alright, what is making it do that? Because this should maybe like 300 hertz. Maybe that's why there's some other artifacts or something. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Whatever, at least I'm having fun now. It only took me 2 hours, but now I'm having a good time. It still needs something to help it chug. This needs to be a little bit more in your face. Maybe you can find something here that would be stupid but really silly. That's dope. That's just obnoxious. Yeah, I'm only gonna do that one time, but yo, something like that would be kind of cool. Is it here? Here. Yo. 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 Surely we can use one of these. Yo. A yo. The Kabuki yo. Yeah. Yo. It's so out of place. You made me open up Bitwig? Yeah, for sure, man. That's awesome. I'm just gonna keep it because it's so out of place. Look. Yo. It's fucking hilarious. Yo. 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 That's fucking hilarious. Let me see if I can find anything else that we can throw in there. Yo. 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 Thank you. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I mean, at some point, like it's weird. Like when you start moving and then like you're interested in the project, it's a lot easier to have fun. But just the hardest part is just trying to get something up and going. You know. Yo. It's been a struggle, man. I've been having a hard time, but now I'm just laughing at my own voice and having a little bit more fun. It's definitely been a struggle. Like, there's no doubt about that. But, yeah, like, this kind of beat has been on my mind for a really long time. Yo. Yo. just happened? Yo. If I wanted, fuck, I forgot how to do it, but I think it's like a first and a. If I wanted like a equal tempered perfect fourth. What is? Oh my god! How do you make this? I totally forgot. It's like pump up the jam or those old like, 90s mindies those old mindies stabs. Bang. You know what I'm talking about? Is it with sine waves? No. What was the oscillator? There was this there was this VST that everyone used way back when and always had that. It's like the Mortal Kombat sound, you know? That's another iteration of it. I'm close. Is there any like brass in here that could help me out with what I'm looking for? I wonder if, excuse me. Dude, have you watched SpongeBob? These are fine. Okay, we're getting closer. Yo. Hmm. Dext? Sorry, what? Who to what? Wait, what? What are you even referring to though? Talked about some synth that people use for the Mortal Kombat sound. Oh, maybe. I don't know. That it might be it. Uh Dex synth. I remember what it looks like. No, this isn't it. It's like green. And I think it's just a rompler, if I'm not mistaken. Yo. 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 I need to like yo. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Nothing in between this. Yo. 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 Okay. Yo. 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 No, this isn't spot on. This is like purposefully bad. Yo. Yo. Why is there a huge click on this though?
Yo. Yo.
Did you say something, honey? The kazoo, though. It's fucking hilarious. Let me see if I can do like a thing with this. Now I'm just like bouncing around and having fun, trying to find different stuff to put into it. Bruh, what? What? There we go. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? There we go. Okay. See if I can find some other stuff without having to like go into like super deep sound design at the moment. Maybe wavetable. There we go. Yeah. So stuff like that I think would sound really nice over some of these things, but what I'll probably do is show us your finest presets. My finest presets are available in the shop. I don't hide those. I put them up for sale. The juiciest and the greatest. We're going to take out the low end of these. Maybe I don't need to.
Yo.
Fousey? That's funny. Show me your Fousey presets. Jesus Christ, dude. Yes. I think that this stuff. Where did I put the other one? Oh, it's on this track. Wait. There's MIDI on here? It's not doing anything? Okay. In that case, it needs just a little bit of like, a little bit of love. But it's sounding good. Sorry. I think that putting a multipass on here and throwing this into like a comb filter will help bring out some of those mids that I'm looking for. Let's see if that helps. The jelliest preset. Dude, fucking, what is up with kilohertz and Bitwig? Does this happen to anybody else? Just every once in a while, it just shits the bed and like it stops. It gets like super choppy. That's not your stream. That's fucking anything kilohertz just like freezing up. So annoying. It happens with FabFilter stuff as well.
Yo.
I actually really like this. This sounds just like some nonsense, but maybe something else here. Wah. Jimmy John's. That's what you've been saying out loud.
Yo.
I don't know. That's what it sounded like to me. Yo. Yeah, I need like a funk stab, like because that's what it's. I hear it. Like if you listen to this, it's like floating. It's what is it called when you hear something like you hear something and it makes it sound like it's something else, but it's really not. Psychosis, yeah, probably. See that, but the like it makes it seem like I want like a funk stab.
Funky.
Funky.
Funk. Take
Funky new.
Yeah, like that. You know what I mean? Wah. It's called a mondegreen. What? Refers specifically to a misheard word or a phrase due to similar sounds. Oh, really? That's what that's called. I thought you were talking about the funk stab. I was like, what? Sorry, my brain is moving at a very different I'm on like ADHD mode right now.
Feeling a little therefore for
Okay. Maybe try that. That's so dope. That's Kirby. This sounds like oink, so we're just gonna leave it at that. You doing okay, honey? Oh, really? Really? Do you want to go to urgent care? Hey, let me check on her real fast. Hey guys, give me a minute. Since we're out of the Mucinex stuff, you want me to run to the store and get you a bottle? I was just gonna get the Smith brand because just decongestion. They're pretty much the same ingredients. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I think that just looking at like a sinus relief or something, and then keeping this on to help with humidifier should help you free. But let me finish up with the stream and then I'll I'll do I'll get going. Okay. Um, am I struggling in the bathroom? Face red? No. Struggling creatively. So, guys, I need to take care of my partner. I need to go. She's okay, but I need to go to the store and get her some decongestant medicine and stuff because she's pretty sick. With that being said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We'll try to pick this up tomorrow. Um, we'll call this struggle bus. No, she's okay. It's just she feels like shit. She gets cold. She gets a lot of colds and stuff and sinus infections and whatnot. It's just one of those things. Um, yeah, but we'll be live tomorrow, and then I'm trying to think about anything else. Very quickly, we do have our 25% off sale still going on alchemy.com. I just put out a drum pack, so if you like my drums, then grab them, alchemy.com. Free stuff on there as well. Other than that, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for everything, and I'll catch you tomorrow.